It's Transfer Tuesday, but I'm sharing my sinking funds with you guys today, and then we'll do some transfers. Let me show you my tracker. Now, this tracker, I will tell you, has been a work in progress. I started with my savings up here and then deducting it from it. It just became a mess. So ignore my savings up here. I just had some formulas in place, so I didn't want to have to fix them, so I left it. Anyway, here we are on my tracker. First, I'll zoom out just so you guys can see like the bigger picture here. Like there's a lot going on here. I have my categories, my goals, how much I have from sinking funds and how I allocated it to the different categories, and then how much left to my goal and the percentage to my goal and all the things. But then, to make it a little more complicated, not really, but just to track more, I decided to add in this bottom section to keep track of the spending I've been doing on my credit card so that I'm not making a payment and then spending and then making a payment and not moving my credit card balance lower, closer to zero. So I'm tracking how much spending I'm putting on it so that I cover what I spend. So I get the rewards, cover what I spend, and still make those big payments to bring the balance down. Then what I did is over here, I have some mini goals because I have big goals. And, you know, they're big. So I decided to also include some mini goals that are much more smaller, easier to digest, and then, of course, balance of my sinking fund categories. Now what we're going to do is go back up here to the beginning. Let me go back up here. I am going to zoom in and show you a little bit more. These are my categories. And my ultimate ideal goal of what I would like to have in savings just to cover everything. This might be kind of ridiculous, and in January I will be taking a better look at everything. But for right now, I think that I would feel comfortable having $1,500 set aside for my car. Every time I've gotten my car repaired in the last couple of years, it's been anywhere from about $1,000 to $1,500. So that's where I'm getting that amount from. I have $1,500 set aside for Christmas, although last year my budget for Christmas was like $2,400. We'll talk about the Christmas budget in another video. Class and tuition, I don't even need this on here right now, but $1,600. Clothes, $800. Entertainment, $500. Events, $500. Gifts, $1,200. Giving, $1,200. Health, $1,200. Holidays, $800. That aside from Christmas. Home, $800. Household, $500. Pets, $1,500. Miscellaneous, $500. Nibblings, $300. Self-care, $1,200. Shopping, $700. Work, $1,200. Vacation, $500. For a grand total of $18,000. I really don't think I need to have that much in savings. I think that money would be better invested. But like I said, we're going to circle back to this in January and to make any necessary adjustments. So what I have done here is every time I have money to add to sinking funds, like in January, I added $13. However, in August, I spent $214. And in September, I added $450 from the last paycheck. And we're going to add more today. So you can see how I have been designating all the increments. I'm not going to read them all to you. That's really not that important. And then over here on the side, I can see what my totals are for each category. Some I have prioritized over others, and that's all right. Now, my sinking funds did have some money in them before I started categorizing and allocating and all of that. So it's a little bit off for right now. But like I said, well, let me show you the next part here. I also keep track of my spending, and that is because I don't want to spend and then never be able to get that credit card paid off or never build up any sinking fund savings. So this means if I, for example, spend $50 here on entertainment, I need to pay that back to my sinking funds category. Now, this is just how it's working for right now. Come January, it will be a little bit more balanced. Come January, I'm just going to look at the balance of the account and reallocate everything and revisit my goals. So this is just getting in the process of how it's going to work for me. And, well, this is how it works for me. So once I spend, I need to be able to take money from my sinking funds actual like account in the computer and make sure I put it on my credit card to pay for whatever I needed to pay for. So here's where I keep track of this and my total sinking funds. So my car, I have $100 allocated. Some of these things are in the red, like miscellaneous. I just have that set up as miscellaneous, and it's negative right now because I spent more than I had contributed to that category because I think I was shopping and I just had a variety of categories in one shopping trip on one receipt. So I thought that would be the easiest to do. I'm not so worried about it. Like I said, I'm just seeing how I want this to work for me. I'm just getting into the practice of it. And come January, I'm going to take my total sinking funds, let's say it's $500. I'm going to reevaluate my goals and take that $500 and redistribute it to meet my new goals. I don't think I need to have $18,000 sitting in a savings account when it could be invested, especially since I have an account shared with my husband for emergencies and all of that. So we're definitely going to take a better look at sinking funds come January. This is an overview. And then the last part that I have are these mini goals, just so that I can prioritize making sure I have the funds set aside. So for example, I do have $100 specifically designated for an oil change, which I'm probably not going to need. Maybe for another month or so, I'll need an oil change, but the funds will be there. I also have $250 set aside for my vacation that's coming up. I already had the money set aside for Halloween. And then my next goal is $500 for Christmas and then $500 for the deductible for 2025, so that the money is already sitting there for when I need to go to the doctor. So now we need to take a look at how much I'm adding to my accounts. So go over to my budget tracker here from the September 20th paycheck. I did designate to have $500 transferred to my sinking funds. However, I'm not really sure I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to make it, can I do $750? I don't think I can do $750. Let's just keep it at, no, let's do $600. And let me see. I'm going to do $600. No, wait. Hold on. I'm just thinking I need cash for vacation for my mom is coming to watch the dog when we go on vacation. So I just want to make sure I have cash to leave for her in case she needs something, buy her dinner a couple nights or help with her groceries while she's here. I'm just going to leave it at $500 for now because I just have to think if there's anything else I might need cash for. I do like to use the credit card because it's a rewards card and then I end up getting cash back. So that's always nice. So, oh dear, I'm not going to my credit card. I'm going to my sinking funds. Oh my gosh. But I do use my credit card to pay for things so I get the cash back. Right now, let me just stop talking. So $500. Okay, so $500 transferred to my sinking funds. Awesome. We'll italicize it so that we know it's being transferred. It's going to leave me about $200 in my checking account for cash. I will probably just use that for when my mom comes to watch the dog. I don't think there's anything else I really need between now and then. So the next thing that I do is $500. Now, I do like to wait until it clears, but I want to show you guys. In my tracker, I sent $950 to my sinking funds for the month of September. Down here at the bottom, you'll see that I have $500 left to allocate to categories. Now, like I said, Christmas definitely is the next priority. However, I did have some things that were negative. When we just looked, it was negative because of, you could go to the last Transfer Tuesday video. Whoa, that was so mad at myself over this charge. So we're going to put $265.64 towards help. We're going to put $200 in miscellaneous. That leaves me $34.36. We're going to put $1 in entertainment. For some reason, entertainment the formula is not working. So we're going to put 36 cents in entertainment. I don't know why the formula is not working. And then let me see, I have $34 left. I need $18 for my work to make that balance taken care of. So I'm going to add that in. Entertainment, I'm going to change this 6 to a 5. So now I have $16 left. When I'm looking over here at the budget of my balances that I had originally planned out, I still owe myself $335.14 for shopping. This is what I've been looking at over here. I have it also up on my other screen so that I can see it. So for shopping, I'm going to add that final $16. That takes care of all the distribution into categories from that sinking fund transfer. I'm still, let me show you, I still owe myself $319.14 in my shopping category. That's going to have to wait until the next, paycheck. Oh, I didn't tell you guys this. So if you remember, those of you that have been around, I'm so grateful that you're always here, always cheering me on, watching my videos. You may recall that I earn some stipends from different duties, and last year I did an after-school club. I really like doing that after-school club for the numerous benefits to my students. But also, I considered getting a second job, but instead of having to get a second job at a different location somewhere else, I was able to do that after school club, so that was good money for me. It was 3 days a week. You know, that was nice. Myself, as well as many other teachers, have been counting on that money and hoping for that again this year. And then I was told it's not happening this year. They're not doing that club this year. It's really unfortunate because most weeks that was $90 before tax. For a couple hours of work, and I was already at the same location. It was my own students. It was such a benefit. I don't know what's happening with that, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a go. Now, I do have some other things in the works, but nothing really to talk about at the moment. However, I have to figure out, like, all the extra things that I'm doing. Will I be able to make enough money to meet the goals that I have? And I'm considering getting a part-time job. Hesitantly, but like that $319, I need to pay myself back for that, plus pay off the credit card and still be able to live my life. Stay tuned for all that. I'll let you guys know what comes up with anything extra I might be able to do at my job. But until then, I will just say, see you soon. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.